Hello out there. This is Christopher Walken. And I'm wondering what it is I'm doing here. I'm meant to be introducing something called Slapping Cinema. And it sounds like some sort of porn thing. I'm not sure. But if you like it, whatever floats your boat. So, without further ado, I guess, let's start slapping it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Slapping Cinema.
Welcome to Slapping Cinema.
I'm Giles Hall.
I'm Rob Hughes.
And yes, it's, what is it, episode 8?
8.
Is it 8? It's 8.
Oif!
Yes, in Welsh. Ocho in Spanish for a lot of Mexican listeners.
Yeah, of which I know there are.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Hey, this is our first podcast of the year.
Yes. What year is it now?
In 2014.
Oh, nearly had you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2014. Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy. We're in the future. Is there any films set in 2014 made in the 80s or 90s?
Oh, we all know one.
Which one?
Back to the Future 2.
Oh,
But that was made in 1990.
No, that's 2015. That's next year.
Everyone was trying to fool me. On the internet, they fooled me.
They did it. That's been done like for the past 3 years.
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
Did you know that today's the date that was on the readout of the DeLorean? No, it wasn't. It's October something or other.
Well, now when the actual pissing date does come, I'm not going to be excited.
I will be, because we'll have hoverboards.
Oh yeah, but how are they going to make...
They got
How
a
are they
year.
going to make
They got a year.
14 Jaws films
Oh, okay. I see your point there.
in time? It just can't be done.
Have you seen that picture on the internet of Marty looking at that cinema and it says Episode 7, Star Wars Episode 7
I have, yeah.
in the cinema?
I think so.
And he's so confused because he's just seen Episode 6 in 1985.
Right, yeah.
And
Do
then
you know
he
what,
goes 30 years in the future and Episode 7's only just coming out.
Yeah, I don't think I have seen it. Yeah, I can see how he is confused now.
Yeah.
I'm even confused.
Anyway,
Enough of that.
enough of that. Yeah, it's been a while since we got back together. Lots of things to talk about. Where are my notes?
I'm glad you prepared notes, Charles.
We got
'Cause
more.
I don't.
We got more to talk about Back to the Future a bit later, actually.
We have?
Yes.
Great Scott, Marty!
Well, a lot of people have died, but I've only written a handful of them down
Yeah.
for the greats who have left us.
Else, episode 8 will be bloody morbid for an hour, talking about people who are dead.
Let's start with the one that happened the furthest away. Peter O'Toole.
Yes.
I thought he died years ago. Not that I knew he didn't do any work. I just thought
No,
he
no.
would have died.
Yeah.
Years
He's one of
ago.
those ones, isn't he? Squirt!
What was that?
Supergirl.
Supergirl, fucking hell.
Selena! That was Peter Cook.
That was Peter Cook. What was the line that he had from Supergirl? Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole.
I am an artist! Something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah. Squirt! That's all I remember.
I loved him in My Favorite Year. You remember that film?
No.
He was like a big Hollywood actor who hadn't worked in a while. He was coming back to do a live show, kind of like Saturday Night Live.
All right.
In New York, and he had a handler, and it was kind of like get him to the Greek. He's an actor that you can't control, and this guy's been given the task to control this
Control
guy.
the actor.
And he has a great line when he realizes it's going to be in front of a live audience. He's like, "Audience, I haven't acted in front of an audience in 30 years. I'm a movie star, not an actor." And he wanders in. He wanders into the ladies' room at one point, and some lady walks in and goes, "Hey, this is for ladies only." And he unzips his fly and says, "So's this, Mum. But every once in a while I have to run a little water through it." But Classic wild man, classic drunk.
Yeah.
Great man. I even liked him in the film he did with Steve Guttenberg.
Not high spirits.
I did. I thought he was great in it, Peter O'Toole.
Yeah, well, you know,
But, yeah.
high spirits.
And even the scene he had with Steve Guttenberg.
God, high spirits is crap, isn't it?
It is shit.
It's awful.
But Liam Neeson's in it
Yeah,
as
I
well.
know. It's the Irish
who was
bloke.
it? The mermaid bitch. Daryl Hannah?
Yeah, she's in it.
She's in it.
Technically, you've got an all-star cast there,
Mm.
except for Steve Gutenberg.
Steve fucking Guttenberg.
Do you like him in the Boys from Brazil?
Was he in that?
Yeah, when he was really young.
Oh no, I
He
would-
probably had the rest of his career ahead of him.
I probably blanked it from my memory. I
Yeah.
fucking hate him. And I have no good reason to hate him.
No,
I just
no.
hate his fuck ugly face.
It's like
Apparently he's got a massive dick though, I've heard recently. Which
course he
really
has.
fucks me off.
that's to make up for you
Not,
hating.
not working since the early 90s.
Yeah, well, he could
But-
get work. I can point him in the right direction.
Fucking hell. No, he has worked. I have looked it up recently. And the films look awful.
I saw a video cover or a DVD cover a fair few years back where he's an action star in a film called Stealth Pilot or something, and Sean Bean's the baddie in it. We must look it up.
Steve Guttenberg.
Yeah, he's the action star in it.
Oh, Christ. Rest in peace, Peter O'Toole.
Yeah, and Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, no, he's still very much alive, apparently. Another one a while back. I don't know if you're familiar with this name. Arthur Rankin Jr.
It rings a bell.
He was responsible for a lot of the animation of my childhood.
Right.
He did a lot of the stop-motion animation Christmas specials, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Right.
and things like that. It's
Okay. Doesn't ring a bell.
kind of what Nightmare Before Christmas was based
Oh,
on,
yeah,
that
yeah.
type of stuff. But you might know a film called The Last Unicorn.
I've heard of it.
Really
Yeah.
creepy ass, fucked up animation. It really
Right.
scared the shit out of me watching that film as a kid.
Yeah.
And of course, the animated version of The Hobbit,
Right.
which a lot of people have seen or have at least heard of.
I've got the photo novel of The Hobbit.
Oh yeah.
Not The Hobbit. No, The Lord of the Rings. Sorry.
Oh,
Although there is an animated. Sorry, I got a photo novel of Lord of the Rings. There is an animated Hobbit.
yes. What happened was they did Lord of the Rings.
They didn't finish that one either.
And they didn't finish it. They only got as far as the Two Towers.
Yeah.
And then the bottom fell out of it. They ran out of money. That was it. They lost the rights to it.
I like the look of it though.
So this guy, Arthur Rankin, it was an animation studio called Rankin and Bass. I can't remember what Bass's first name was, but they picked up the rights to finish it off. So they did an animated version of Return of the King, which I have on DVD up there. And
So technically, that is the sequel to it, the original.
yeah, you had the original animated Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, the one that's
They
sort
lost
of
the funding. Another company finished it with different style animation.
right.
And then they went back and did The Hobbit.
Recently.
Oh no, this is 70s, man, 1970s.
Oh, it all happened then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Bloody hell! I didn't know this.
Oh no, it's brilliant. You gotta see if you haven't seen Arthur Rankin's The Hobbit. It's brilliant. I'm trying to remember who does the voices. I'm pretty sure Roddy McDowell's the voice in it. John Huston is the voice of Gandalf,
All right.
and that's really quite a powerful fucking
And
voice.
who do those voices in the Lord of the Rings? The
I
animated
have no
version?
idea.
The one I've got the photo novel version
I
of.
have no
In the attic.
idea.
That's you. You don't know it. Don't come round to my house and rob me, because you know where my photo novel of the Lord of the Rings is. Because good luck finding it.
Well, that was Arthur Rankin Jr., great animation king. Maximilian Schell?
Oh, Maximilian Schell's died.
Yes. How do you know him? Where do you know him from?
Don't know. I just heard you say his name then. Tell me.
Did you ever see a great Disney sci-fi piece known as The Black Hole?
Is that the one with Anthony Perkins?
Yes.
I've seen it, but I can't remember it.
Right. Well, the sort
I
of,
remember there was a big black hole in it.
and there was a space station floating alongside it with some weird Captain Nemo guy running things, and he had that big fuck off red robot that killed people called Maximilian, which strangely enough was the actor's name
Oh, right.
of the guy
Okay.
who told him what to do. The Maximilian Schell was the sort of weird Captain Nemo motherfucker of that. Can't remember the character's name. He was also in a great film called The Freshman with Marlon Brando and Matthew Broderick.
When you said freshman,
We've actually mentioned it before.
oh boy,
Yeah.
Broderick. Right, okay. Oh, bless him.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Great German actor. I actually have a full film of him doing Hamlet in German.
Oh,
It's dubbed
do
in
you
English.
watch it often?
I have watched it a couple times. It's Mystery Science Theater, so it's a bunch of guys take the piss out of it. It's the
Yeah.
only chance to take the piss out of Hamlet when it's done for bad German television.
Gotta be done. Gotta be done.
Let's see. Sid Caesar died today. Do you ever
Did he?
You know him?
Basketball. Oh boy, basketball.
The
Greek-
coach from Greece, ladies
Grease
and gentlemen.
1 and 2.
That's where everybody in Britain will know him.
Yeah.
I knew him. He did several ensemble comedy pieces in the States, but he never really filmed
Today,
them over
Sid
here.
died.
He
Yeah,
was
I know Sid Caesar.
Was it today?
I don't know, you just said it was.
Was it today or yesterday?
I didn't know, sorry, I didn't know he
He's
passed
in a
away.
ton of Mel Brooks movies, History of the World. He was in Silent Movie. Again, loads of comedy ensemble shit. Funny guy. Oh, Cannonball Run
Amazing
2.
Stories,
He was an amazing story.
which I've still got your DVDs of,
Is he?
because I watched that. Because he was the comedy writer, wasn't he?
Yes,
Blah, blah,
exactly.
blah.
Sid Caesar.
No, he was the comedian. What happened in that episode? Because I
Remember.
recently watched it.
I only
say recently.
remember because I looked him up on IMDb today
Right,
to see what
okay.
he'd done in the past.
Yeah,
But Greece is what he's most known for.
yeah. Over here, anyway.
Yes.
Must be, because I knew who he was.
The
Not that I watch Grease.
the youngest yet
It's
oldest,
for girls.
the youngest yet oldest actress of all time, Shirley Temple. Who
Yesterday.
I-
Or the day before.
yeah, I think it was the day before
You-
yesterday.
Let me guess, you met her?
No, never met her. Never
You
wanted
didn't sit
to.
on her knee?
I just want to say that I find everything she did annoying as fuck. She had, whenever she sang, it was awful.
Give us a rendition, a Giles Hall rendition
Oh,
of
gee.
Shirley Temple. Because I don't
In
know.
a good ship, lollipop.
Oh, that's it.
In a candy shop, I just spit on Rob's face. Didn't mean to.
I just fucking hate her.
Yeah, I know what you mean. She's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
I have seen her in the street, like marshalling a parade in Palm Springs when I used to live there, waving from a fucking Chrysler LeBaron with convertible. Hi, everybody. Santa's behind me.
That's almost.
But she was like in her 60s then, and she died at 87.
Well, there you go. You know, she's had a good innings. Well
And
done.
Annoyed generations of people, and I noticed something from what I've seen a lot of her films. My mum used to watch them, and my sister was fucking obsessed with it.
Look.
But she never had any fucking parents, and if she did, they weren't with her, and she was like waiting for them to they were separated by war or something, and then she found her dad, and her dad's like been shell shocked, and he's blind, and it's like, oh, poor fucking girl, but she's cute.
Yeah. And boy, can she sing a song.
Don't worry, Daddy, I'll sing to you now that you can't see me.
Yeah, that'll make me fucking better.
Now, yeah, rest in peace, Shirley Temple.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
To spit on your grave.
Nah, she doesn't care. She's dead.
Yeah, she did. Now, the big one. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
As in stature and girth.
Yeah.
But Philip Seymour Hoffman, fucking hell.
Great actor.
Great actor.
Should have laid off the H.
Exactly. I do have a friend, though, that is highly suspicious about all this shit.
What? He reckons he was murdered?
Well, most H addicts aren't found with, like, the needles in their arms. They take the drug, pull it out, and then they die.
Yeah.
And
So somebody's putting it in his
not that I know. I've never touched the horse. Never been on the horse.
Sorry, I don't smoke the horse.
On the Gordon Brown.
I don't chase the horse.
I don't chase the horse. I ride it.
Fair enough.
But
It's not off.
and also like they found like 50 individual baggies of heroin in his house, which sounds like he was dealing.
Which I don't think he needed to
Yeah, exactly.
deal.
I mean, I'd just seen the week before. I'd seen 2 Philip Seymour Hoffman movies the week before he died, and it was Mission Impossible 3.
And Twister.
Oh fuck no! I don't think I've ever watched Twister in its entirety, but I loved him in Mission Impossible 3.
It's a good
he was
film.
a scary
He
motherfucker
was,
in that.
especially in the opening shot when he said, "I'm going to torture her" and all that. sort of stuff.
Have you got a girlfriend or a wife? Because if you do, I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna hurt her
Yeah.
and I'm gonna kill you in front of her. Everything sounds like a chore when he's
Yeah.
talking. Like, it's really difficult to say all of this,
But I'm going to do it anyway.
but I'm gonna do it like I'm having a shit as I'm doing it.
Oh! Maybe,
So much better. I like to shit in front of Tom Cruise.
maybe he just put a load in the vein just before he's doing that scene. That's below the belt. But yeah, say what you want about the Mission Impossible films. Mission Impossible 2 is shit.
It's the shittest of all action movies.
1 and 3 are good. 4 was okay.
I would rather watch Monster Squad again than fucking Mission Impossible 2. But I love every other Mission
Do
Impossible.
you know I've got a theory for
the
why
first one I absolutely
Shall I
adore.
tell you why Mission Impossible 2 is shit, and this will divide everyone.
Is it because John Woo directed it
Yeah,
by any
I
chance?
do not rate it at all.
No, me neither.
Shite!
If you like doves and spinning
Yeah.
in slow motion,
And if you like action
Right.
films that look like they've been directed by a second unit director who's only directed one film before in the Far East. Oh, that's what he is.
yeah. Or like someone who does the cutscenes in Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, that.
Something like that. I'm trying to think of a John Woo movie I like. I'm really stressed.
They just all look
Face
cheap
Off
and
I found
horrible.
incredibly entertaining, but it doesn't stand up today.
No, it did at the time. It was good at the time.
It's good at the time, and I thought it was great, and great performances from both two shit actors.
Yeah. My God. I have a worse friend.
I want to take his face off.
Well, there we go.
And Travolta doing Nick Cage was just hilarious.
They had fun with it. But John...
But John Woo was shit.
And I always knew this. There you go.
But that's, yeah. Anyway, Philip Seymour Hoffman, let's get back to him. I think one of his greatest roles was in a film called Almost Famous. You ever
Yes.
saw that? Lester
I-
Bangs
I
was the
won
name
the-
of his character.
I won that on video from Radio Mallet.
Did you?
Yeah. Still got the video.
That was one of my first DVDs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was probably about the crossover time.
Mm.
Maybe
And,
that's why they were giving it away on video for a competition.
Most likely. But it's a great movie, Almost Famous.
It is good. I need to revisit.
And he's a Rolling Stones journalist in it, giving pointers to being on the road with a band to this little boy, which is a great scene. If you ever get a chance, if we had a clip to show you, we would. But I love that scene.
Just go and watch
But-
it.
Indeed. Also, what I saw last week with him in it, Hunger Games 2, Catching Fire.
Oh, when the Hunger Games, there's a massive fire. Is that what it's about?
No, strangely enough. Have you seen the first Hunger Games?
I have.
You have. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was okay.
It's good.
I didn't. I thought it was going to be one of those kids films, all based on the popular books.
Well,
or
there's
something.
kids in it.
And there's kids in it, and then it was quite violent.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
the last hour, fucking great. All the building up to it. Anyway, Catching Fire is pretty much
Plus-
the same thing. Lots of building up to it.
Jennifer Lawrence. All I'm saying for that. All I'm saying for that. All I'm saying for that. Hard.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh yes.
Well, this next one, the guy who is in control of the games, the one who stylizes it and decides when threats should be sent in, the game's master general, I believe his name is, something like that, is now Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Right. Was he in the first one?
No,
No.
but the different guy was there, and apparently since she fucked it up for everybody. He was killed. So they hired a new one.
Right.
And this one is Philip Seymour Hoffman. He makes it 10 times harder, so on and so on. And I'm going to spoil it for you in order to see what bothered me about this. He's an asshole throughout the whole film. You think he's like the primary threat.
He turns out to be a goodie.
Him and Donald Sutherland, and then it turns out he's trying to protect Jennifer Lawrence's character, and he is part of the resistance against the government.
All right.
And he says the last line of the film is him looking at her saying, "Welcome to the resistance." And then it ends, and you're thinking, awesome!
Now he's dead.
And we get to see what happens in the next movie. And so when I found out he died, my first thought was, oh, fuck! I was looking forward to him being a good guy in the next fucking Hunger Games. Strangely enough, though, a week later I found out he had already filmed all his bits for the third Hunger Games film.
As if he knew he was going to die.
Knew.
Should we leave it off?
Which I believe is called Mockingjay. Yeah.
Mockingjay,
So
which is a bird.
I think he's made at least 3 films that are already in the can that he's done. So he's dead, but you're still going to see plenty of Philip Seymour Hoffman movies.
Coming to a theater near you.
Starring this dead guy. Let's see if we can get him a Heath Ledger posthumous Oscar.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting he's dead. Wasn't if Nolan would have liked the character of the Penguin, which he didn't, then it would have been Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I heard that rumor as well. A mob boss called the Penguin. So yeah,
it would have worked if he had a little monocle. But he would have looked a bit like Patrick Moore.
that's all the death I've got on my list.
Oh, is that it?
No more death.
Alright then.
And we're 22 minutes in.
Yeah, a lot of people have died.
A lot of people.
So it's sort of the time of year for it, isn't it? Better check my pulse.
There's a lot of TV series right now being made based on films.
Slapping TVs. Are you talking about Gotham?
Gotham is on the list.
Is that part of the Zack Snyder world or not? Because I don't like it when they do that.
I
and
don't
everything
think it is.
It's all mixed up. And then Smallville, that's nothing to do with Superman.
No, Smallville's. I did enjoy Smallville.
Yeah, but it's nothing to do with the new Superman, and then they mess it all up.
Well, it's like I watched Lois and Clark, or whatever it was called, The New Adventures of Superman. I think I watched one episode of that, never wanted to watch it again, fucking hated it, and I never did watch it again. When I heard of Smallville coming out, I thought, oh shit, they're going to do fucking what they did before. I don't want to see that. Then somebody made me watch an episode that had The Flash in it, and I actually thought, oh fuck, this is actually quite a good show. I loved Smallville.
Okay,
I watched
yeah,
every
that's fair
episode, really enjoyed it. And finally, in the very last episode, you see him in the suit, flying next
Do you?
to a plane. Yeah,
I thought they weren't allowed to have...
that was going to be always once he's in the suit, the series is over, and you finally got to see him in the suit at the last episode.
What sort of a suit was it?
It was blue. It had
Is
the
it
red
blue?
pants.
Is it bluer than the one now? Because I tell you...
It wasn't the Henry Cavill one.
The Cavill one and the Routh one, they made a dull version of the suit, didn't they? And
Yeah.
It makes him look like the bad version
It
of
was
Superman.
brighter than the Brandon Routh one,
Right. It needs to be
but
brighter.
more that style.
You know, that's Superman. It's his clothes.
And his mum made it out of the Kryptonian cloth and stuff like that. But I digress. Yeah, Gotham. Let's talk about Gotham first.
Gotham City.
It started off, the plot of this was going to be the adventures of James Gordon
Yeah.
in the GCPD.
Is this pre-Batman then?
Yes.
Okay.
It's totally meant to be
Batman.
that. And I liked that idea, just having the cops of Gotham.
Yeah, at the end of the day,
And before,
Gotham was a city before
and
Batman was
like
alive.
Smallville, you know, as soon as you first see the Cape and Cowl, that's the end of the series. That'd be cool. But apparently, Bruce Wayne wasn't going to be a part of this, but apparently he is now.
He's going to be a snotty-nosed
Which
kid.
I'm not that happy about.
No, leave him out.
If you want to do a separate one of like Bruce Wayne in prep school and shit like that,
Yeah.
fucking fine.
Gotham High.
Do that. Yeah, Gotham High. I'd watch that.
Welcome to Gotham High.
I would so watch that.
I wouldn't watch that. I would watch
And so,
Star Wars as an 80s high school.
oh yeah, you saw that.
Brilliant. It was ace.
Talk about that.
Kevin sent it to your site, didn't he? Sent it to your wall on Facebook. Star Wars characters reimagined as if they were sort of 80s Breakfast Club type film characters, and yeah, it worked.
It totally
A
worked.
plot probably wouldn't work, but the actual premise
The
really.
imagery and everything.
I like Chewbacca. He was huge.
He's just
yeah.
a big bloke.
It worked. It
with
worked.
big hair.
It was funny. Carry on.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you could post that onto the Slapping Cinema.
Yeah, I will do actually. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, Gotham. I like the idea when it was only the cops, and then somebody else has just been cast. Dungle something. He's an Irish American actor. He's been in lots of things. On the CBGBs.
Right.
He was in the first Blade film. He's the one that holds the sword and his fucking arm gets cut off and shit like
I
that.
heard Sean Pertwee was Alfred.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the idea of that. I like that.
So they're probably going down the same route as route.
Well, the
Isn't it?
guy I was talking about, he's playing Harvey Bullock, which is the fat
Harvey Bullock.
Bullock.
Oh, Bullock. Yeah, he's a
As in
superhero.
Sandra.
He's a superhero, and he's got a big fat ball.
Oh, he's not a superhero at all. He's a fat slob cop who's a bit aggressive, but gets the job done.
Ah, fair
He's a
dues.
clean cop.
Yeah,
He's
well,
one of the only ones that Gordon never fucking
Trusted.
trusts in the comics. But nobody's ever played him before, so I'd be interested in seeing this character for
Yeah.
the first time.
good.
But anyway, yeah, I wouldn't really say that's a series based on a film, but it is. A lot of films are based on
Yeah,
the same
it's-
thing. The
it's,
series is. They made a TV series of Fargo.
I heard about that.
I haven't seen it.
Mm.
I've been interested.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm never one to say or meh about things until I actually see them.
I'm
But-
trying to remember. I think somebody quite big was in it. Let me just look it
Fact
up.
or famous?
A famous, or well, to us at any rate.
Was it Sid Caesar?
TV series?
Because that series is over now.
No,
for us.
no, yeah.
Bear with Giles, please.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton's in it. Martin Freeman
He's in it.
is in it. Colin Hanks. That's about all the big ones.
Oh, right.
But yeah,
Obviously, they didn't have anything better come through the door,
I'm pretty.
script-wise. Oh no, it could be good, but it's TV.
Yeah, it seems like a very strange thing to base a series on, as the film was only about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, and so I thought that was strange. The other one was Dusk Till Dawn,
Yes, I've heard of that one.
the TV series. Now, they've made several sequels to this. They're
Uh,
usually straight to DVD.
I haven't seen any of them.
I haven't seen a single one myself, and I had no desire to. I didn't really care for the film all that much originally.
It's good up until it went to the vampire territory.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what you said back there? I'll do it. Do you remember that bit?
No.
Tarantino sees Juliette Lewis and she goes, I want you to lick my pussy for me. But obviously it's in his head.
Oh, yeah,
And he
yeah.
goes, you know what you said back there? I'll do it. And of course there's the scene with the bottle of Jack.
All I remember from that is Cheech Marin.
Yeah.
We have white pussy, we have black pussy, we have Asian pussy. If you can find a better pussy, fuck it.
Great line.
There are a few
Memorable.
There are a few class bits in Dusk Till Dawn.
Exactly. But the basic series on it, apparently.
But overall, not
See,
bothered.
I assumed when I heard about this, the series is just going to be about people who accidentally found this whorehouse in the middle of the desert and got killed.
Which is what the film was about.
Yeah. But instead, it is following the adventures of the characters that George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino played.
So it's not a
And
vampire.
It is about vampires, because they do go to this brothel at some point, but I think they're already killing vampires before they get there. They're actually changing the plot of the film,
Oh, I don't like that.
and yeah, I've seen that they meet the Lord of the Vampires.
Oh, it's pissing
who's
me off
this
already.
Mexican guy, and
No, you have to keep to the film. You have to.
Who's actually Fez from That 70s Show, if anybody ever watched that. One of the most timid and strange characters in sitcom history is playing Lord of the Vampires.
And why not?
Which just doesn't seem right.
It's the equivalent of having Boise from Only Fools and Horses. If they made it from Dusk Till Dawn set in Birmingham.
That's somebody we didn't mention in the deaths. Trigger.
Trigger, Roger Lloyd Pack.
Indeed.
Did a few films. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I don't know which one.
Goblet of Fire he was in. He played Bertie Crouch Sr. I'm a
Interview.
Harry Potter fan.
Interview. Are you?
Yeah.
Interview with a Vampire.
He was in Interview with the
He
Vampire?
was.
No, fuck off.
He bloody was.
Was he a vampire?
Yeah.
Awesome.
He was
In
a
Europe.
He was a vampire piano teacher. I think.
Right, okay. I don't remember that.
Yeah, well,
I did see him in a very strange film that was actually banned in Ireland.
Was it because it
Preaching to the Perverted.
All right, there you go. Because it said that God isn't real. Ban it in Ireland. Yeah, oh no, I've heard of Preaching to the Perverted.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
funny fucking film,
Yeah?
actually. Yeah, very raunchy, but funny.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Uh,
Well, should have mentioned
he-
Roger Lloyd Pack.
He at one point, it's about a group of people who are into S&M, and this one government official character is trying to infiltrate it, and he actually shoves a butt plug up this kid's
I've
ass.
seen it. I
Yeah.
thought I hadn't seen it, but
And
I've
he said,
seen
"There's
it.
something on your shoe, old boy," and the guy bends over to look, and then he just
Yeah.
shoves his... Administer the butt plug!
I remember it now. True. I remember it.
So whenever I think of Trigger, I think of butt
Butt
plugs.
plugs. Naturally, I think most people do.
Being surprisingly shoved up somebody's ass when they didn't expect it. Okay, we talked a lot recently about remakes, usually of 80s classics and stuff like
Which
that.
is what they do these days. They don't bother making new films.
Exactly. Oh, have you seen the trailer for Transformers 4 yet, by any chance?
I've seen the teaser from the
Super Bowl. God
Super
bless
Bowl
the
teaser.
Super Bowl.
Thank God for the Super Bowl.
Because good trailers
Yeah,
during the Super Bowl
fantastic.
time.
Kudos to any sport that stops every 2 minutes so you can have a trailer for a film.
Exactly.
And then, and then a band, U2 to come on or
But-
something.
What were the other trailers that came out for? Spider-Man 2, quite an epic trailer for that.
Spider-Man 2.
Showing tons of fucking villains that...
Yeah, they've gone for the mistake of putting them all in one film,
Exactly.
which is the Spider-Man
We got,
3 did.
looks like we've got Green Goblin, Electro, and fucking Rhino all in the same movie.
Rhino's in it.
But they're saying that they've actually announced that they're building up to a Sinister Six, which means all these different villains team up against...
Vulture.
Vulture is going to be in it because they showed his wings.
Yes, I saw that.
In it, and Doc Ock.
Do you know? Yeah.
Thing. Did
Do
you
you know
notice
who?
those as well?
Do you know who Vulture should be?
Good
Pete Postlethwaite, but he's dead.
point. He's dead,
I know,
unfortunately.
but I would cast him if he wasn't.
I know somebody who looks exactly like him already.
What, Pete Postlethwaite?
No, well, almost. Richard O'Brien.
Yes. Hello, dear. I'm the Vulture. No, that's Kenneth Williams from
Solve the
Kenneth.
maze and win the prize.
Yeah,
Mumsy loves that sort of thing.
Mumsy, who's that? Oh, Mumsy. Crystal Maze, what a series.
Doing the time warp!
Let's do- Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else that could be good to play. But anyway, yes, we had that. We had more Captain America Winter Soldier
Right.
with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, some more of him in it. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool to see that look quite
You know the
good.
Winter Soldier, we talked about him before, but
Yeah.
quickly, in the summer, what does he do then?
He's chilling.
All right, okay.
No, but seriously, the story is behind him. he is kept in cryostasis.
That's it.
And only brought out when there's a mission
I got you.
that requires his expertise.
Okay.
That's why he lives so long.
Which
because-
isn't ever in the summer or autumn or spring.
Indeed. But more about that later. We were talking about remakes and stuff. Oh yeah, I also fucking, what is it? Have you seen the Super Bowl thing of Transformers
That's all. I
and the
saw.
Dinobots
Yeah, I saw a pterodactyl.
and the fucking T-Rex, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That Optimus Prime was riding. Now that is my only problem with this.
A lorry was riding
a dinosaur.
How have you got a problem with that? That's brilliant. A lorry riding a dinosaur.
I saw it on the back of a denim jacket at a Guns N' Roses concert.
Yeah, brilliant.
I had such a problem with a robot with a sword riding a dinosaur. It just seemed stupid. not that.
Like the whole premise of Transformers
like any
is
of the
stupid.
Transformers. Yeah, but the cartoons, you thought they were cool and shit as a kid. But oh no, I thought everything about these movies is stupid. Especially the more they involve people in them, like Mark Wahlberg.
The one thing I like about the Transformers film, the one thing, joking aside of all the stupidness, was how blown away by the special effects I was. I know there were.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where you couldn't see stuff.
What the
in this
fuck's
image.
going on? What's hitting
But,
him
but
up?
when it was a little bit slicker and a little bit slower, it was flawless.
True.
And they should have stuck to that.
I'll give you that.
Bay.
All right.
Yeah, Bay. Yeah, keep
Michael
making
Bay.
Transformers films. Don't make any other films. You know.
There's
At least we know where we are when you're doing
There's
that.
another podcast I listen to and reference quite a lot called Hollywood Babylon, where they have a segment called Movies That Will Suck. They just heard about a movie. I guarantee you this film will suck. I think the latest one on it was a film about zombie beavers.
Yeah, Zombieville.
Zombievers, you've heard of
That's
this?
it, yeah.
Which sounds like a porn.
Yeah, Zombieville. It is as well.
Zombievers.
Yeah,
Jesus
Zombie.
Christ.
Yeah.
But their opening theme tune to this segment, Movies That Will Suck, goes, Bruckhammer, Schumacher, Michael Bay, they make movies that make you say, oh my god, that's bullshit, what the fuck? They're movies that will suck. But the fact that Bruckheimer, Schumacher, and Michael Bay are
Bruckheimer,
always-
Schumacher, Michael Bay. Yeah. Bruckheimer, Schumacher, Michael Bay.
Oh, they all do suck.
It's true.
What was the last good Schumacher film you saw? Besides Lost Boys.
I'm not allowed to say Lost Boys then. All right, and I'll think of one.
Phone Booth. I enjoyed that.
It was good. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can do it if he stops being an idiot.
Yeah.
He can direct a film. Yeah. I can't think of any. Batman and Robin.
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Which shit.
I'm sure I forced myself to like that as a child.
When I saw Batman Forever,
Just
when
because I was looking forward to seeing Two-Face, but that was it.
Batman Forever when I was 15,
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome, amazing, brilliant. Wow,
I did-
everything about it I
even
loved.
then, I wasn't
No,
too sure.
I was 15 and impressionable. And then, on recent rewatch, realised how shit it was.
It's really badly made.
Oh my, really badly acted.
Edited.
Cheap.
Yeah.
It made a fuck ton of money.
They made Adam West look masculine.
Yeah. Have you seen my new film?
And nipples on the bat suit. For fuck's sake.
All right, chicks love the car.
Oh,
Yeah. Move on. From that.
Chris O'Donnell.
I'm Robin.
I want to talk about Back to the Future.
Go for it.
They've decided to make a musical of it.
Oh no.
They have.
I thought when you were going to say we're going to talk about that, I thought you were going to give me Back to the Future 4 news.
No, even worse. You think... Okay,
I fucking hate musicals.
was Grease a musical before it was a movie?
Yes.
It was. It was a stage musical before a movie, was it?
Yeah, and it sounds like I know
didn't
too
know
much
that.
about Grease, but it was Richard Gere who actually played...
Danny Zuko.
he
See, I
played-
know about Grease. It's okay. We've all had girlfriends. It's alright. We've
Yeah,
all
but-
been forced to watch it.
I did-
Grease 2, on the other hand.
No. But Grease 2 though has got Michelle Pfeiffer in leather pants in it.
I know.
Which
That's what I was going to say.
All right, completely, absolutely wipes the floor with Grease 1 just for that reason alone.
As a
And she's 22.
As a
In it,
coming of age teen, well, I must have been about 11, 12.
Did you have this problem as well?
I watched more of Grease 2 than I ever saw of the first Grease one.
Oh,
Oh,
still my ultimate love. Michelle Pfeiffer and Grease 2. There are, put it this way,
when she kisses the first guy that comes into
Yeah.
through the bowling alley.
it could have been me.
I remember that bit so well.
You don't just kiss a guy. It's, I had a sister too who used to watch it. I've still got a sister. She used to watch it, rewind the pissing film, watch it again
Shit.
3 or 4 times a day, every day. She was mental. So I know the film off by heart.
No,
and
I was introduced to it by my sister as well.
Unfortunately,
but I have an older sister.
mine was younger.
Yeah, see,
Unfortunately, I was a bloody
heterosexual.
male who saw this blonde goddess being a right diva in it, with those pants and everything, and singing and going on top of a ladder with her legs open and stuff. And it was my first major love, and I go with her now. If she was here now, and she said, "Look, I've split with my husband, Rob. So would you like to go out for a date?" I'd say, "Yeah, all right. Have you still got the pants from Grease 2? And if she says, "Don't mention that film," I say, "No, it's okay. Mention it, because I'm going to be talking about you when you're dancing on that ladder and shit."
Fuck Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, well, I would, yeah. But Michelle Pfeiffer, 22 years old in Grease 2. It's nothing wrong with the film because of that reason alone. And if any red hot bloody male to say it's shit on that reason alone, you get Michelle Pfeiffer at 22 in tight trousers.
Do you?
Oh.
I'm gonna really push you now. Do you remember
God.
the names of any of the songs from it?
Yeah, they're embedded in my brain because of my sister.
Go on. What was the one about human biology?
Reproduction. Reproduction. Make my stamens go berserk. Bear in mind, my sister's about 6 and she used to go around the house singing reproduction. Bit like Shirley Temple. My dad used to go, what's this bloody girl watching this for? Because it's all about skipping periods and stuff.
And they're all looking at porn in class.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
She used to love it, and then
I hadn't thought of that in over 10 years, mate.
But
Jesus.
Grease 2, I've never seen it from start to finish.
Really?
I've just seen it, all of it, in different sections.
Rewound and rewound. Yeah.
Pissing rewound and started again and started again and rewound and started again. The baddie in it, he's got a motorbike this time. And so he's his cousin from England, blah, blah, blah. And then you got...
He wasn't even a British actor, was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Didn't seem like it.
No, he is, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Back to the Future, the musical.
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer.
I'm thinking, what are they going to do with this? Is it going to be like original songs? Marty! I once met a young boy named Marty!
Marty! Yeah, that'll work.
Got the time machine, take to the past.
Well,
1955 happened so fast!
that'll work. But it's staring you in the face, Giles. The most famous song from the film.
Well, again, are they going to have the original soundtrack? Because I have the original soundtrack. Are they going to put that in a musical and have the actors? That's the power of love!
The power of love is a curious thing. Makes one man weep and another man sing.
Or even Marty. Marty turns in. Change your heart to Little White Dove. Doc, more than a feeling, that's the power of love. Do our kids become assholes or something?
What, they're going to do Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3 all in one?
That's a good question. I think it's just going to be the first.
And
Well, they got, Johnny
it's only
Be
going
Good.
to be fucking America anyway.
Are they
We
going to
don't live
have
there.
just the songs from the soundtrack sung by the actors?
Why not?
Yeah,
That'll be the easy way out.
yeah. Doing
The
original.
easy way out.
Doing
There's
it-
no shortcut home. Rocky 4,
Oh,
the
oh.
musical. I can see it now.
They're already working on Rocky the musical.
Piss off.
No, yeah. Stallone's already like signed it off.
Hey, he's not going to be Rocky though.
Adrian Ryan.
I'll pop back tomorrow. I got some jokes for you. Hey, you got a new
Are
joke.
you mentally irregular?
Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine.
You gotta cut me out my life.
Hey, Mickey, cut me.
I'll fight the fight. But yeah, they're working on that one.
Right. Sod it. I'm not going to go and watch it.
I'm not gonna say it, but do you think they would have learned their lesson after? Have you heard of Spider-Man Turn
Yeah,
Off
they
the Dog?
fucked it right up, didn't they?
Well, they didn't just fuck it up.
They
They
wrote loads of-
hospitalized several people. The actors that played Spider-Man and audience members from whenever the tether snapped.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man went flying into the fucking crowd. So,
Don't fucking do it. Musicals
But
are shit
I've
anyway.
actually seen segments. Because I will see things related to stuff I like. I like Spider-Man. I'll have a look and see. It will never be worth my money going to see it, but
You'd never get to
I'll
see
see
it.
what I can find on
The
YouTube.
problem with theatre is there's only so many spaces.
But do you know what happens? Why they will never tour it? Because,
They haven't got the logistics in the theatres.
well, no, not just that. They played it in Broadway. It's finished now. Bono and the Edge did the music
Yeah,
to it, and it cost a certain amount per week to put on. I think it was, let's say, it would cost $1 million per week
Yeah, say
to
that.
put on. The ticket sales that they were getting were about 900,000 a week.
So they're losing.
So they were losing every performance they did. They
Yeah.
lost money,
Yeah.
and they couldn't afford to do a tour, and just went
Yeah.
completely fucking bankrupt.
It's a fucking stupid idea anyway.
And they even added a character in it that wasn't in any of the comics or films or nothing.
What was his name? Bono.
Her name, Swiss Miss. She was an ice skater with rotating blades for hands.
Yeah.
She looked like a throwback from Starlight Express. Did you ever
Jesus
remember
Christ.
that?
Yeah, I've seen. We were made to go and see it in school. Oh my god.
Yeah, I've
Bored
heard.
up my brain. Oh yeah. Wow, isn't it brilliant? No.
I'm a train.
Meh, you're a cat and
Use
a train.
your mind's eye.
You're a cat and a pissing train. Nah, not interested. Blood Brothers. Nah, not interested. It's got human emotions. Why would I be bothered about that? There's no. Are there any guns and tits in this? No. Oh.
No.
I'm.
Ah!
Listeners, I'm drinking. So that's why.
Can I have a bit more? Actually?
Yeah, it makes for a better episode.
Now, Star Wars news.
Come on, this is the money shot.
Have you heard of any Star Wars news? Because I fucking haven't.
I've heard some bad news.
What?
Zac Efron.
He hasn't been confirmed.
I've heard some bad news. Yeah, no, I've heard some rumours. The other rumour, which I kind of like,
Yeah.
which came from Total Film, was Gary Oldman's been approached for a part.
Mm.
So, you know, whatever he's going to be in, because he's the fucking class.
Indeed. Yeah, that sounds good.
So, you know, if he's a rebel or I don't know, where are the Siths going to come from? I thought they were all dead.
Well, you gotta remember, there's probably remnants of the Empire.
Yeah, remnants of them,
Yeah.
who've bred. And,
Remnants floating around the
Yeah.
bog seat.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we all have that problem.
nobody likes remnants.
Yeah.
But, no, I mean, all I've heard Star Wars based news was that Disneyland are opening a Star Wars themed land at
course
their
it-
theme park.
If they've spent that much money on the rights, then they're going to milk it. We will.
Oh, I'm
we
glad.
will be. You know, Oh,
So I know somebody who had a
That's cool.
tattoo of the rebel symbol. You know, the sort of circular thing, the mark of the rebel.
you're a rebelness boy.
Yeah, the Rebel Alliance symbol.
Yeah.
And when it got signed over to Disney, she was regretting having it. And I was like, why? Why is it such a big deal? They did a good job with the Marvel movies. They're not going to fuck it
It's
up.
a film studio.
They're just the Most
Mickey
of-
Mouse isn't going to be
all
in
the
the new
people
one.
that were involved with the good fucking Star Wars movies are back to being involved with
board,
these
yeah.
ones.
The shit ones
George
aren't.
Lucas is gone. The one who shits in his own bed. He's fucked off.
Yeah.
Good. Get him out.
He's allowed to come and have a tour, though.
Use people who
that's
know
it.
their shit, and they have. That's the way I look at it. And I did joke around because it's a circular tattoo. I said all you need to do is put another circle on the top and another one on the other side, and you've made a Mickey Mouse symbol.
Yes, that's true. For a minute there, I thought you meant the Olympics logo.
No. Just two little ones on the top of
Yeah.
that one, that big one.
Woohoo!
And she has since had the tattoo.
Turned into a Mickey Mouse.
No, actually tattooed over with a TARDIS. No,
Who's that? You can't say that. That's fair enough.
Her name's Becky. She lives in the area. Works in Spa.
I don't know. So.
Anyway.
That's the most random fucking moment in slapping cinema history. That
It could be.
she works in Spa.
Works in Spa.
For our
Friend of mine.
American,
She is a friend. She is a
for our
friend.
American listeners,
But anyway, I digress again. The only other Star Wars news I've heard of was that they're making another animated series. They've been doing Clone Wars for a really long time, which has to come to a conclusion at some point because it happens in between episode 2 and 3. You okay?
yeah, sorry, I was texting. Yeah, sorry, Giles.
Yeah, Clone Wars series. They're in season 6 or 7 or
Right.
something like that, which is going to be on Netflix soon. If you get Netflix, I've been exploiting Netflix like crazy recently. Fucking love that fucking app on my Xbox.
So what do you do with Netflix? Do you do what I do? Sign up for a free month.
Mm.
Stop it.
I'm fully subscribed.
Set up a new email account
Uh,
and start again. Oh no, you need new accounts. No, you need new credit cards, but
yeah,
it worked for me twice.
twice.
And then,
But I subscribe to it now. I'm fully on it.
is it worth it?
Oh, totally. I've watched full series of things that I never really got round to before
Right.
that I've always wanted to. Like I watched all of 24. Absolutely love that. I'm watching Dexter at the moment, which is fun. Lots of really cool people pop up in
I've
that.
heard Dexter is one of the best.
It is great. I'm only in the middle of season 2 now, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, yeah.
And apparently loads of really cool people pop up in it that you don't expect.
I've heard recently that it's really,
It's
really
the shit.
good. Yeah, the shit.
Well, I've been watching Almost Human a lot recently with Carl Urban. Great series. It's in the future, 2047 or something like that, where every cop is requisitioned a robotic partner.
Right.
And Carl Urban is this fucking old school cop who fucking hates robots.
Is this
and shit
new?
Like that. Yeah, new series. He gets
Carl Urban, I wouldn't think he'd need to go into TV.
but I'm so glad he did. He's a cross between two characters he's played before, McCoy and Judge Dredd.
Right.
He's a funny guy who's got a sense of humor, but when you push him, he'll shoot you in the face.
Right, okay. Judge Dredd fans, by the way, going mad. They want a Dredd sequel.
I want a Dredd sequel.
Because they got it right.
I'm a part of that. I'm on the
Right,
Make a
yeah,
Dredd
yeah,
sequel
yeah.
thing on Facebook. Petition signed. I've done it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, it was good, Dredd.
Yeah, and they got so many rich characters to choose from.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the main baddie, the cool baddie, Judge Death.
Did it make piss all at the cinema? That's the
It did,
thing.
but it's fucking kicking ass in DVD sales.
Well, there you go. It's not all about cinema these days, is it?
Look at Serenity. That film was made based on a cancelled TV series, and they still managed to make the film.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the film did quite well in the box office.
So to watch Serenity, do you need to watch Firefly?
You don't need to at all. I'll explain for you.
Right.
But it's worth watching the series as well. It's only like 7 episodes or something like that.
Is that all it is?
Well, it could be 13. It's
a short
It's
run.
short. It's under 20.
It's not like watching Crime Scene Investigation Miami.
No.
You have to watch 55,000 episodes before else you won't get the film version of it. Which isn't true anyway because I haven't got a film version of it.
But every Tuesday night, I have a bunch of friends come over here. We watch Almost Human, Walking Dead, and Comic Book Man. And if we have time, we squeeze a movie in as well. We recently watched Thor 2 as well. Which
Any good?
Yes.
Is it mostly set on that funny planet?
That's sort of 50-50 between Asgard, that funny planet,
Asgard, yeah.
and there is another planet that they visit. I can't remember the name.
Ice World.
No. That does pop up at one point, but
Right,
only
yeah.
briefly. But most of it, I mean, I'd say another 50% of it's set in London.
Whoa. London?
It is.
London, England?
There's a classic bit, I'm not really spoiling anything, where there's lots of like dimensional rifts, if you will, portals. That if you step through, oh shit, I'm in Asgard. Oh shit, I'm in Ice World.
I'm
Oh
in
shit,
London.
I'm in London.
Technically, it should be in Cardiff
And
because
it's
there
all
is a
based,
portal
it's
ship.
based in Greenwich, right?
Greenwich Mean Time.
Yes, this disturbance is all centered on Greenwich because there's alignment of planets. All the planets of the 9 realms are now aligned, and that's when these dark elves, which is Christopher Eccleston leads, take over.
I must watch it.
It's great, but there's a great bit where.
No, I've got.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. I've got it myself.
Oh, that's it.
But Thor steps through one of these portals and ends up in the London Underground.
Right.
And then right when a
And then
train,
he sees Daniel Craig running like in Skyfall.
and he's on the platform, and a train pulls up, and the doors open, and this lady's sitting there holding the bar, and he says, "How do I get to Greenwich?" She says, 3 more stops on this line." And he just steps on, holding his hammer, grabs the rail, and he said, "Oh."
Basically, it's a funny moment.
Lots of great funny moments. Chris O'Dowd's in it as well.
So
You
Dad.
might know from IT Crowd.
Yes,
And,
Chris O'Dowd.
Chris O'Dowd. Now
Oh, he's in it.
he's on a blind date with Natalie Portman.
Well, I thought she
Let
loved
me guess,
Thor.
you're distracted because of a guy.
Yeah.
What happened to
It's
him?
not me.
What happened to him? He went away. I've been there. I've been there. It's always bad when they go away.
He's in it.
Yeah.
I must watch it.
Christopher Eccleston, great bad guy, amazing bad guy in it. Anthony Hopkins gets a little bit more screen time,
There's a cameo. in
and a
this.
lot more from Idris Elba. as
Right,
well.
yeah, because
He's
he's
all
a
big
bigger
now.
star
they,
now,
they
isn't he?
wanted to throw a lot more of his character in
Yeah,
there.
he's a big star.
Heimdall, the one who operates
Right,
the
yeah.
portal.
Basically, the lift.
The lift, yeah, and he sees everything. He sees absolutely everything.
So he has a lot more.
Wherever he look, wherever his
Who was
gaze is
also in the
pointed.
Marvel film.
Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
The Spirit of Vengeance, which I never actually watched the whole
Ghost
thing.
Rider. Spirit of Rider. I'm Ghost Rider.
What's it like when you pee? Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah. It's like I got chlamydia. Only worse.
A burning sensation.
Yeah.
We flew off something. I was talking about Star Wars.
There's actually.
They're making a new series called Rebels, which apparently Tim Curry does the voice.
Just keep going.
I'm keeping going. Tim Curry does the voice of Emperor Palpatine in this,
Right,
in this
okay.
new series, Rebels, which I am so looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing. So, young Skywalker, I see you've come to my little party.
Why don't they get? Hang on, who's Palpatine again?
What is his fucking name?
In the films.
Yeah, no.
What's his character? Emperor.
The Emperor, yeah.
Ian McDermott.
Ian McDermott.
Why don't they just get Ian McDermott to do it? Because he's probably out of work.
They're probably, yeah, don't know.
But then there's no problem with Tim Curry doing
Well,
it.
I mean, Mark Hamill did the voice of Yoda in some of the early Clone Wars, the 2D animation.
Bloody hell.
And
Well, he knows.
if you see interviews with Mark Hamill on Star Wars DVDs and shit, he does amazing impersonations of
Yes,
almost all the
Harrison Ford.
It's great Harrison Ford.
I don't like this one too ship around. I don't like this one too ship around.
Punch it, Chewie.
Has he got to lose weight now to be Luke Skywalker again? Because I've heard he and Carrie Fisher are on.
He's got robes to hide behind, you know. He's a Jedi Knight.
He'll have a big beard
he's
as
a
well.
Jedi Master, yeah.
He'll have a big beard.
Yeah, he'll probably have a Obi-Wan thing going.
Because obviously he'll be old in this, you know.
Yeah.
Zac Efron will be his son, so it's fine.
Fuck off. Yeah. You can't have a son, he's Jedi.
All right, then, no, Tila. Not Tila. That's Hina. She-Ra. No, Leia.
Mm. Yes.
She's got a son.
Yeah, well, they've got 3 kids, Han and Leia, in the books.
Barry.
Jason, Jania, they're twins,
Barry.
and Anakin.
Solo. Oh. Jason? That's a normal name from
But it's
Earth.
spelled Jacen. So
Jason.
Some gay way.
Sounds like he's in a pissing boy band.
Gay! Bond watching. You got anything on Bond?
No.
I got a trivia question for you.
Go on then.
I'm gonna try.
Put me on the spot.
I want to do, because I've done this before.
What, me?
I
Put
think
me on
one
the
of the
spot.
first episodes we did, I asked you what film does Roger Moore drive a Martin DB5 in?
Cannonball Run, yeah.
Cannonball Run. I
Piece of
tried to
piss.
stump you.
Piece of piss.
Well, I saw a fuck up in a Bond film. Now
There are many.
There are many. There's one that most people know from Diamonds Are Forever. Car goes in an alleyway one way, comes
Comes
out
out the
the
other.
other side.
But if you watch the film closely,
It's still impossible.
I know exactly. Yeah. That's the only way
I
they tried to
know exactly
redeem it,
what you mean.
which is a shit way of redeeming it.
And I've actually seen a documentary about why it's like that as
Yeah,
well.
me too.
And everything. But I was watching Live and Let Die recently. And there's a bit
Jack is.
where Jane Seymour's character, Solitaire, meets Roger Moore's James Bond for
When
the
he
first time.
Bangs her.
No, when they first meet.
Oh, first man.
When
Yeah.
they first meet. And he picks a card, and us,
Yeah.
and it's the lovers.
Yeah.
And did you notice on that deck of cards?
It was 007 on the back
You
of them. Yeah.
fucker!
Yeah, I know, yeah. Everyone, why has it got 007 on the back of them? all?
Because she is a future reader. She fucking knew that she'd meet James Bond, so she bought a novelty deck
She
that had 007
She went,
written on
she
it.
went to the printers. Can you get me? I want a set of bloody voodoo cards now. Do you want anything on the back? Well, I'd like sort of like a stylish 007 in a sort of diagonal, repeated form. Can you do that for me? Can you get your graphic designers to do it for me? Bearing in mind it's 1970, something in 71 or whatever. Yeah, we can do that. Is it extra charge? Yeah, it'll probably cost you about 50 quid extra. No, do it because 007's coming. If it's 008, I'll shit. Because A, I've lost my powers, and B, I've wasted 50 quid.
I'll shit.
Yeah.
Jane Seymour in the fucking house.
And that bit was cut from the final cut of Live and Let Die. It's on the special edition box set.
And she
extras.
talks about it in interviews of the season 4 DVD box set of Dr. Quinn, Madwoman.
Yeah. Dr. Quinn. Take a look at this. What's your diagnosis? No, it does look like a cockle.
It's warm.
Yeah. And it doesn't taste very nice.
that's our Bond watching section.
Yeah. So
no
no.
Bond news.
Yeah, Daniel Craig's in it.
Yeah, that's good.
And as long as it's not
And
as
Ray Fiennes.
yeah, and as long as it's not as vague as Skyfall, and we get back to actual proper villains rather than camp again, we'll be all right.
I watched that again recently. I do agree with you. It was a camp villain, but the henchmen were quite cool.
Yeah,
I did like
it's a good
that.
film. Don't
I
get
did
me
like
wrong.
that sniper bit in Shanghai when Bond has to fight that motherfucking sniper and
in the silhouettes.
the silhouette.
It's
Yeah,
very-
that's a really good, well-directed
That
scene.
was-
I like
It
that.
looked like a comic book. Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could imagine that being it.
Yeah, very much so.
But a cheap way of doing a film.
Okay, got some superhero, comic booky, geeky ass shit to talk about here. We're going way over the top of fucking.
Yeah, but we haven't got producers or anyone.
Yeah.
We say we're going to go for an hour.
We're making up for lost time. Let's put it that way.
There's been a lot of dead people.
Lots of casting news in the geek era, obviously. Let's go for the big one first. Superman versus Batman. We already got Henry Cavill. We already got Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne. We got Batfleck.
Batfleck's in it.
We know all those to be dead certs. They're going to be in this
They're
film.
going to be in the film.
And we theorized for a while. We loved, we dwelled in the basking glow of the mere rumor that Timothy Dalton might be Alfred. We both loved that idea.
Be cool.
Well, that idea's been shat on.
Because we've got Jeremy Irons. I'm sure he'll make
Jeremy
it.
Irons.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I think he'll be alright.
It just would have been cooler with Dalton.
I want him to grow a fucking mustache, though.
Yeah. And there's only one person.
Alfred has never had a
pull it off.
mustache apart from the 1966 Alfred. When he
Dalton would have had a
enters-
mustache.
Enters the big red phone. Beep, beep. I'll fetch him now, sir. That's about all he did.
Yeah, that's all he ever did. And he had glasses.
Actually, my son recently said to me, I don't know if I mentioned this on the last podcast. I don't think I did. I showed him some old YouTube footage of people who have made their own Batmobiles. Some, you can get the 1966 Batmobile quite easily these days, which I would like that one above all of them.
I used to have it with the little
Oh, yeah.
figures inside
But
it.
actually, to drive.
Oh, and right.
You can
sorry.
buy them in this country for
Yeah.
about $200,000.
Cheap as chips.
And they're electric cars as well, so good for the
Good for the
environment.
environment.
Except for the propane flamethrower at the back. But yeah, and I'm showing Harvey they've made some based on the comic book ones, which are awesome. And Harvey said to me, "Can we have a Batmobile, Daddy?" And I said, "Well, maybe when Daddy wins the lottery one day, we'll figure out how to get a Batmobile. How about I dress as Batman driving it, and you be Robin?" He didn't like that idea. He said, No. I'm Batman.
That's fair enough.
And I said, what, do I have to be Robin? He says, no, Teddy, you're Alfred.
Because he didn't want
I
you-
already look after you. I have to look after you as Batman as well?
Well, you got experience.
Oh, man. Anyway, Jeremy Irons, Alfred, I think he'll do a great job.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Now, Lex Luthor.
It's Bryan Cranston. Yeah, you're telling me it's Bryan
We
Cranston.
want to say it's Ryan.
We've lost out on
Cranston.
Dalton.
Yeah. There was a rumor for a while, for about a week, that Denzel Washington was going to play Lex Luthor. Did you hear that rumor?
No.
I like the idea.
It'd
but
work. It'd work.
He's a great actor, but we've already made Kingpin a black guy.
Yeah, but and do you know when
I'm not being
Michael,
racist
No,
right
when
now.
Michael Clark was Kingpin,
Yeah, and I thought he did a great job.
it worked.
It was
It
great.
doesn't matter.
You're not going to find anybody that big.
No, he looks like Pinkin.
Yeah.
Pinkin.
Pinkin.
He looks a bit like Pinkin.
That's the wine talking.
Yeah, Kingpin. Ping. He was good. So I've got no.
Did you hear that? Rob said something was good about the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, what's the name of that bird in it?
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, that
Mrs. Affleck.
Yeah. Is she still Mrs. Affleck?
Yeah.
Oh, she's old now.
But I like
Sorta.
the idea that Elektra and Daredevil got together in real life because they were doomed from page one in the comics. It never happened.
Did they
When
have
she died, it fucking...
at the wedding? Did they have "Wake me up inside, burn me up, wake me
No.
up, burn me, burn
No
me,
evanescence
ready
in the
to
comics.
become."
You only had your own soundtrack playing when you read the
Dun, dun, dun,
comics.
dun. Fucking awful song.
But yeah, let's go back to Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg.
Obvious
Net,
choice. Obvious choice.
From great hits as Zombieland and Now You See Me and
Obvious choice.
Social Network. Never would have called this a million years. Ever.
Obvious choice, Giles. He was the pissing on. Bryan Cranston, just because he had a bald head in Breaking Bad and he's a fucking brilliant actor, doesn't mean you should cast him as Lex Luthor, you know?
Yeah.
Snort.
No, I agree with that too. A lot of people were saying Mark Strong, but I just kept saying, what, because he's bald?
No. I mean, no.
Well, fucking Patrick Stewart.
No, when I said
Hello,
when
I'm Lex Luthor.
when I said that, I was being ironic because
I know.
he would have been. I think
Yeah.
Lex Luthor. I think everyone dreamt that it was going to be Cranston
Yeah.
because you said a while back in one of the episodes when I wasn't sure who he was, but now I know.
The dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know.
Walter White, Mr. Heisenberg from Breaking Bad.
So, okay, right, yeah. So, what's his name from The Social Network?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he's what? Well, they're getting somebody who isn't an actor.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, if you watch Social Network, I completely understand why they cast him as Lex Luthor. You see him develop from being this cocksure nerd to being a sort of ruthless tycoon.
Level-headed
Yeah,
tycoon.
yeah.
Yeah.
And, every time he sees fucking Justin Timberlake, who, like, sucks his dick in front of everybody. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Yeah, I didn't see that version of the film. Was that the DVD extra?
Yeah. When Spider-Man's watching, just like
the
with his
two-disc
jaw in his
edition.
lap.
No, I'm joking when I say that I don't think it's a good casting, because I said that about Heath Ledger and I was proved wholly right.
Exactly.
I can see where they're coming from. They wouldn't have done it. They wouldn't have cast him if they didn't know where they were going. They know what the script is. We don't. That's the difference.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, do you think they might be throwing a bit too many characters into this? Maybe.
Lex.
Mm.
Obviously, you've got to have Alfred and Batman,
Yeah.
because they're the main two from that world.
Yeah.
Why? Who else have they thrown into it?
Wonder Woman.
Oh.
Gotta get out from under Wonder Woman.
Hey.
Why would you? Why would you want to get out from under Wonder Woman? Those are the real lyrics.
What?
Yeah.
Obviously, it was written by a homosexual.
There you are. There you have it. But,
Nothing wrong with homosexuals,
yeah.
but that's the only reason you want to get up from Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, played by Gal Gadot, or was it Gal Gadot? Gadot. Gal Gadot.
So what Wonder Woman isn't she from some sort of special island?
Yes, Themyscira, the island of the Amazons, where they've been hiding since the Greek mythical era.
So this is in Earth now, and they
Yeah.
haven't found it yet.
Exactly. Yeah. But it is a hidden island. They occasionally move
Oh,
location.
that's how they didn't.
Kind
find
of
it.
like Lost, if you ever watched that.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I watched one
hopefully-
episode.
hopefully it's just like a cameo. Maybe there's bad things happening in Metropolis and Gotham, and she's watching from afar and saying, "Our time to reveal ourselves to the modern world
Yeah.
is coming." Something like that.
There's
That'd
an
be
alien
fine.
that flies around,
But-
so we won't look so bad.
Just as long as they're not in the middle of a fight and she steps in all of a sudden and goes, "Wait!" What the fuck?
Already, this is shit. Right, okay. I would have liked to have seen a Man of Steel 2 first, and an Affleck Batman before they team up.
Well, they're gonna get spin-offs afterwards. They're kinda
So what they're going to do is just go, oh, fuck it, we're going to go for one in the
They're
first place.
gonna release each character combined with somebody else. So maybe they're using, like they did with Iron Man for Marvel, they're using Man of Steel, Superman, and having little other people do little cameos in certain films.
Yeah.
That they introduced, what was it? What was her name? Black Widow in Iron Man 2, Nick Fury in the first Iron Man, and it's going to spread off. Iron Man did a little cameo in the Hulk
Yeah.
movie and so forth. Hawkeye was in Thor, so they're going to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're going to
They're
get
going to copy
each
Marvel.
person of them. Ben Affleck will get his own film, maybe team up with Flash. Maybe they'll take Wonder Woman, give her her own film after she pops up in this one.
But
And
we're gonna
team
see a
up
lot of these
Green
characters-
Lantern.
Yeah, but Marvel have popped them up before we see them all together. Now we're seeing them all together before they popped up.
And it looks like they're going for the Black Green Lantern, John Stewart. They're not going to go for Hal Jordan. Because
Cool.
it'll be too much explaining after the last Green Lantern movie with
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds playing Hal Jordan. So maybe Denzel Washington is involved.
Denzel.
I think he'd be great.
Although he's about 60 now, isn't
Yeah, he could still fit in the suit. I'm
he?
sure.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he's slim.
But yeah, that's Superman versus Batman news. There's quite a lot, and there's going to continue to be quite a lot until that comes out, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
We got Avengers 2 coming up in 2015 as well.
Yeah.
Have you heard any casting in that?
I've heard of Olsen,
Yeah? One of
As-
the younger of the Olsen
the
sisters
better one,
who isn't part of the
the
twins.
one who isn't a twin. Who's gonna? Those
Can't
twins are
remember
gonna be
her name.
crackles, aren't they? One of these. The younger one.
At least one of them will be.
Yeah, I'm fucking hoping. Yeah, the whatever her name is, she is going to be a character called. I only read it before. The Scarlet Witch.
Yes. Daughter of Magneto.
Hmm.
And Quicksilver will be played by Mr. Kick-Ass himself. Can't remember his name. Guy who played Kick-Ass. By John Lennon once as well.
Aaron.
No. Is that?
Aaron. Oh, it's on the top.
That guy. He would be playing Quicksilver, the brother of Scarlet Witch, son of Magneto.
Oh, right.
Which is weird because they got another guy from the Kick-Ass movies who played one of Kick-Ass's friends playing Quicksilver in the next X-Men movie.
Say that again.
Another actor from the film Kick-Ass,
Yeah,
who isn't Kick-Ass,
yeah.
is playing the same character, Quicksilver, that Kick-Ass is playing in Avengers 2. But he's playing it in X-Men.
I fucking hate that.
It's weird. It never happens, though.
No, I fucking hate it because I like to think of them all in the same universe, and then they're getting a different
Fox
actor.
won't allow
I
that.
know. Fox, get off your high horse. Make friends with your other studios so that you can borrow characters. And do you know what? You can Sony. Make friends. Everyone make friends, and you can borrow Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and then Spider-Man can borrow your lot, and then
Hugh Jackman, he seems always up for the chance of playing Wolverine in any genre.
yeah.
He's done it 8 fucking times after this X-Men movie.
You know, Wolverine should be in the fucking Avengers film.
Yeah, he is one of the Avengers in the comics.
Yeah.
Even went up against the X-Men in the comics recently. Joined it, actually stayed on the Avengers side. And
Well, the
fought-
Avengers had a fight with the X-Men.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Who won?
Avengers. There was more of them.
Yeah, and the best one was on them.
Yeah.
The best X-Men was on Avengers.
And Beast was on the Avengers side as well.
Oh, well, it's fucking not fair.
Yeah, he was Avenger before Wolverine was.
Jesus Christ.
It's
worse than a bloody soap.
But anyway, Avengers 2, we also got James Spader as Ultron, which I'm really looking forward
Yeah,
to.
Spader.
Ultron is a evil robot that wants to eliminate humankind. Fair enough.
As you do.
I'm not sure how they're doing it though, because in the comics he was created by Hank Pym, who is also known as Giant Man, also / Ant-Man, which is another film they're making, and they've announced that Michael Douglas will be playing Hank Pym.
Oh, a different actor doing it all. Oh, it's
Uh,
ruining it for me.
But it's still going to be part of the Marvel universe.
Still ruining it for me. Yes, who's playing Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd,
Oh, right. Yes, I know.
yeah, who'll be playing Scott Lang, who is a comedic character in the Marvel universe, who steals the equipment to become a superhero from Michael Douglas's character,
Right.
Hank Pym, who in the comics is responsible for Ultron, but it looks like they're making Tony Stark responsible for Ultron, which is fair enough. It makes sense. I'm not against that idea. And from Ultron in the comics came another android, which Ultron designed to infiltrate the Avengers, be one of them, pretend you're a good guy. And he ends up going against his programming and actually being a good guy and joining them. And he is known as the Vision. Now it's just been announced that he is going to be in Avengers 2, this character.
The Vision.
And he's going to be played by Paul Bettany.
Oh, it was the voice of
Jarvis.
Jarvis, yeah. So is he going to be the voice of Jarvis and the Vision?
They're going to be combined somehow.
Yeah, I'll just do the two.
I think Ultron is going to create an artificial intelligence out of Jarvis and turn him into this character Vision.
That's how they're doing that then.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
outthought them. No,
No, they've
They've
obviously
thought
thought
it
it. I
in the
just
first
see what
place,
they're doing.
But you've gone hard. Yeah.
And
I'm the only one on the planet who's thought of that.
no, trust me. There's plenty of geeks out there that thought about this long before I did.
Cool.
But they've also announced another villain that an actor's going to play, and I can't remember his name. But the character's name is
Christopher Timothy.
Baron von Strucker, who is the modern leader of Hydra, which was the organization from the Nazis that the Red Skull
Yes.
started. So I'm guessing there's going to be more mentions of Hydra in the next Captain America film that's coming out before this Avengers movie. Because we're all part of Phase 2 now
Yeah,
of the
phase
Marvel
2.
Universe.
I remember these phases. The last phase is shit.
And of course,
It's about magicians and raccoons. Not interested.
that's where I'm going to end it with, actually. So talk about raccoons again.
At least I got the
Because
fucking
we
animal.
love talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, this film that none of us have seen, but we will see.
Ugh.
Bradley Cooper is playing Rocket Raccoon,
What, he's got to put a raccoon mask on?
doing the voice
Oh, the
of
vo-
a
oh, the vo- voice is
CGI
fun.
raccoon. And Vin Diesel has been announced to playing the tree creature Groot.
Terry.
Groot.
Groot.
Now,
Tree creature.
the thing about this character Groot is that in the comics he only says one thing.
Groot.
Close. He says, "I am Groot."
I'm Groot.
It's kind of like Hulk smash.
Hunkman.
I am Groot. So Vin Diesel is going to be sitting in a fucking studio saying the same line again and again.
And he'll still fuck it
with
up.
different inflections, which kind of reminds me of some of his earlier work. If you've ever seen a film called The Iron Giant,
No, I haven't.
you never saw the animated film Iron Giant?
That was Vin Diesel.
That was Vin Diesel as the Iron Giant. And if you look on YouTube, I encourage so many people.
When nobody knew who he was.
Exactly. I encourage so many people, go on YouTube and look up Vin Diesel recording the voice of the Iron Giant.
Vincent Diesel.
You see him behaving like an actor, getting into character, getting into the zone, and then, alright, go. Rock. Tree. That was good. And getting back into the zone. Do we have it one more time? Yes. Okay, let me get into the zone. Let me do. Rock. Tree.
Zone. Fish and chips.
He is an odd person, Vin Diesel, to say the least.
Stupid name.
And he will be. There has been a leaked trailer for this Guardians of the Galaxy film.
It's not real, is it?
It is real, and it was from the
Fuck, I'm not excited.
the
Why do I
San
do that?
Diego Comic Con. You
Oh.
should be. It looks
It's
great.
got a fucking talking raccoon in it. In
Yeah.
the same universe as Iron Man.
We got one
They
human.
try and make everything so realistic
Uh-huh.
for what it is, and then they got a talking.
But it looks more like Star Wars and Star Trek combined type stuff. It's the first sort of big sci-fi comic book movie
Right. Okay.
that hasn't really been done before. These guys aren't really heroes. They're just misfits that have been joined together and call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is it set on Earth?
No, not at all.
All right. Okay.
No, it's all.
But they all speak American.
Yeah, they all got Babel fish in their ears and shit.
Oh yeah, to
Yeah,
translate.
that's for the geeks out there.
Yeah.
But there's a great bit in the trailer where John C. Reilly, the actor,
Yeah.
says to some huge alien creature, they call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy. And this creature says back, what a bunch of a-holes.
Is that on the trailer?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not watching it. then.
Oh, it looks
No.
great.
No, I'll watch it.
And if you see Thor 2, there's a little snippet at the end, right before the main credits. There's you got the little credits that show you who was in this movie, and they get little
Yeah.
snippets and bits
Then
of the film in the
yeah.
background. And right after that bit, there's a little section where you see two Asgardian characters go into this strange, like, nightclub-esque room with creatures behind glass. Very sci-fi. Some pink bitch with antennas leading the Asgardian warriors through a room to meet Benicio del Toro,
Ah.
who looks like sort of a space Liberace.
What, you playing the piano?
Well, he's wearing a very elaborate outfit, blonde hair, really weird look about him. Does some weird bow. Ooh, Asgardians. It looks very David Lynch type of Dune almost type of shit. And they give him something, and it's a little hint of what's coming forward in the Guardians of the Galaxy and the other.
What do they give him? A can of Fanta.
Remember I mentioned Thanos before?
Maybe.
He's after things called the Infinity Gems. And the thing that Loki was after in Avengers, the cube, and it's in Captain America as well. It pops up in all
And
these
it's
things.
the technology in Iron Man's chest.
No, not really, but yeah.
Isn't it? Alright.
That is called the Tesseract. It's kept in Thor's
Foot. I just broken my Tesseract! Oh,
room.
Christ, I can't play next
In
Saturday.
Odin's weapons chamber.
Right, yeah.
And that is an Infinity Gem. That it basically tells you. And they find another one in the Thor movie called the Ether, and it's this evil liquid shit that kills everything. And they
What,
give
like
that.
heroin?
I'm spoiling everything for you, by the way. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. They give that to Benicio del Toro, who's known as the Collector. And he said, "Why Asgardians are you giving this to me?" And they said, "The Tesseract is already on Asgard. It's not wise to keep two Infinity Stones so close together."
Bloody hell.
And he says, "Yes, it is wise. It would be safe here in my collection."
Right. Yeah.
And then they leave, and he says, "One down, 5 to go." And that's it.
Ah, I see.
And that's it.
We've got it all to come. Raccoons.
Yeah,
How can,
talking
you
trees.
how can you have a talking raccoon from another planet?
Do you want me to explain why Rocket Raccoon exists?
Because that pisses me off.
Okay. Aliens abduct people from our planet. Let's be honest, it happens.
Yeah. I've been
There are
tortured.
several stories
I've been
and
messed
films
with.
that claim that. I believe Christopher Walken in Communion. Aliens kidnapped me and stuck microphones up my ass. I had this microphone in my ass for 3 years. And now, I give it to you. Anyway.
Your daddy.
So they obviously experimented not just on humans, but on
Raccoons.
other animals, other species. So this particular raccoon was experimented on, genetically modified, fucked up.
Put a microphone in his
general.
ass.
See, the thing about raccoons is they have thumbs. And raccoons can open doors in America.
Yeah.
And we had them in the backyard.
Not here, we got locks.
Opening our rubbish bins and going in there. They're clever creatures. They got fucking thumbs. And they just made them a little bit more clever to adapt and use language and high artillery weapons.
So an adapted raccoon with thumbs and a little bit more intelligent would be
And big fuck-off guns, yeah.
more intelligent than your average person that you see on the Jeremy Kyle show.
There you go. And we got
Well, anyone you've ever seen,
and we got
including Jeremy Kyle.
Face himself from the A-Team doing the voice of him.
What, Dirk Benedict?
Is
Hey!
that his real name? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, I think so, unless he changed it.
Starbuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Battlestar Galactica.
Exactly. But yeah, Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, there we are.
There we are.
Should we end it on an hour and a half? We've got.
We got a big announcement.
Go on then.
We got a live gig coming up.
A live podcast
A live podcast in front of a live audience.
at the 9th annual King's Fest.
We will be. You say what time we're playing.
We'll be on at 12:30 on the Sunday. I can't remember the date. It's Whit Bank Holiday weekend. Llanidloes.
I think it's 28th. It's a Sunday.
Could be. It's Sunday, 12:30.
May.
Come
Bank
along,
holiday.
sit on the stage with us, take part in the show. It'll be a feast of fun.
And please send in ideas, impersonations,
Yeah.
reenactments, anything you
Because
want.
we'll have another show before this.
Put it on our Facebook page or whatever. We'll get it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Anyway, yes, I'm slightly shitting myself about a live one. We'll have to change our dynamics slightly, I think, to include an audience.
In what way?
Well, perform for their benefit rather than our own, which is what we usually
Tell
do.
them to piss off. If they don't like it, piss off.
Indeed.
No, stay. Right. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Night. Ta-ra.